Hold up, just need to find my Wii remote. And then I have my GameCube controller and my dummy. Use code YeetMan. Make sure my external display is muted. Okay, just need to make sure I have my audio monitoring on. I probably need to. Also, chat, what are we thinking about the new theme? I put this on there because, let's be honest, playing Wii at night can freaking blind you. Holy crap, I already have a viewer. Alright, let's get into this, chat. We ready? Yo, Liam, what's up? You came in here just in time. Yes, I would like to display this in progressive scan mode. I don't think I've explained it before, but what progressive scan does is it optimizes the video for a modern display because, yeah, back in the early 2000s, your big TV, people were still using, what's it called, CRT TVs. And console companies didn't fully switch over until I want to say the 2010s. Does that sound about right? Good evening. Letters for Link, we have one letter. Here is your letter. Dear Link, if you are reading this letter, it can only mean you have peeked into one of our many post boxes. I am indebted to you. I am very sorry I let you leave without thanking you. Please accept my heartfelt apology along with my thanks. We cannot do much to help you, but we can at least do this. If we get any letters or parcels for you, we will deliver them to a post box near you. If you see any wiggling post boxes, please look inside them. I suppose you have a long way to go. Before your perilous journey is done, I have included a gift for you with my letter in the hope that it might help you. Please accept this small token. I look forward to the day we meet again. May fortune fill your wings, from Kamali's father. You got a piece of heart. So, for anyone who's never played a Zelda game, the way these work is you get 4 of them and it raises your health by 1. So now what we gotta do is equip our sail. Okay, I'm noticing a bit of input delay on the capture card, but that's fine. I could just look at my second display. Besides, for those who haven't noticed, I already had text-to-speech on for chat, so missing messages will not be a problem. So this place, too, has been attacked by Ganon. Could he already be regaining his power? Link, you must get the remaining pearl. It lies in a place northwest of here. Oh, but it does not. We must set sail immediately. Alright, let's get in. Alright, he said northwest, so let's take out the Wind Waker. And put that on. Okay, and I'm an idiot because apparently the wind was already facing that way. Alright, so while that's doing that, I will go check up on Twitch chat. Okay, no one's there right now. Hold up, I gotta tell the fans I'm live right now. Alright, there we go. So I just had to do something real quick. Now this is where Wind Waker gets a lot of its criticism, and that is with the sailing. Like, I understand it's slow, but if you don't like the pace of the sailing, go play the HD remake, because in that one, they include a new sail, which fixes that exact problem, the Swift sail. Oh, ad break! So you don't know, I am multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch. And lately, something streamers have been doing is pausing their gameplay whenever an ad break comes on. Now, I wish that OBS would do better about warning me when they're about to start. That way I could do better about pausing my game. And to accommodate for this, I've taken a pay cut by only letting them air 30-second ads. That way I don't pause for too long. So that way it doesn't break immersion with the viewers. And I still do my best to talk to chat during these breaks. Because because there are two things that make a perfect stream: gameplay and communication with your viewers. If you can do both perfectly, then you're on the right track to become one of the best streamers out there. I gotta lock in. Alright, so for tonight's Zelda question, what is the best song from the series in your opinion? One of my viewers from last stream says favorite game was Twilight Princess. So, what is your favorite piece of music from any of the games? Uh, oh, okay, so for some reason, I was facing the wrong way. Yeah, and another thing, whenever you're playing this game, always look at your map. Now, that is another perk of the Wii U remake, because I believe it lets you use the gamepad for your map as well as managing your items, sort of adding like a multiplayer element to it. Yeah, I would consider that way to be the definitive method of playing Wind Waker. In fact, the only reason why I'm not streaming that version right now is because I have decided that for the longest time, the original was on my backlog, and I thought, oh, what better way to get it off my backlog than to stream it? Also, I could have sworn there was a fish out here just now. So for those of you who don't know, what he does is he fills in your map. Or at least I think it's a guy. Please don't cancel me. So let's go over here and give him the bait. Oh, I smell fry. I'm not gonna try to do the accent. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart and information about this island? Then start by opening up your sea chart. So that there is Cyclops Reef. You've seen those weird rings of light that appear on the seas at night, haven't you? Yeah, well, those things are a sure sign that there's treasure in the deeps, right? Let me tell you, there are some lights that don't always shine. Yeah, there are these special ones that shine that crazy only when you open a treasure chart. They say those marked spots where the greatest treasures are hidden. It's probably foreshadowing something that will make the end of the game very tedious. Which, mind you, is another thing that the Wii U version fixes. Uh, oh, you mean if you're gonna glaze the Wii U version so much, then why aren't you playing it? Because I've always wanted to play the original from front to back. Like, sometimes you see a game that you want to play so bad that you ignore all the bad things about it. Alright, so I believe that there is the island we're supposed to be on. I will say, it does look kind of weird. Oh god, there's probably another dungeon there. What's happening? Look, Link, don't you see it? What has happened to this place? Oh no. So this here is Great Fish Island. What is the meaning of this? The island. It is. We are too late. I knew we had precious little time, but I never suspected how little. The great water spirit named Jabun once lived here, but no sign of him remains. Oh, there, Link. So you're here. I've been looking for you. Are you by any chance seeking the great water spirit Jabun? I'm sorry to report to you that Jabun can no longer be found here. Just look at how this place has been torn to pieces. I suppose this, too, is the work of the Shadow and Forsaken Fortress. But fear not, Jabun was able to flee this island before it was attacked. He is in a safer abode now. Would you like to guess where that abode may be? I have no idea. On the island you were born, on Outset. Yet even if you were to go to Outset now, you'll be able to see Jabun. The cave where he hides is sealed with a mighty stone slab that repels all who try to pass it. Why not even the pirates with their mighty ship could get in? I must apologize, Link. I thought if anyone would know your whereabouts, it would be the pirates. I told them this still without so much as a thought for the consequences. How could you? I don't know what they hoped to get, but they immediately set sail for Outset Island and tried to break into the cave. It is lucky they could not gain entrance. I have heard that they were last spotted on Windfall Island, but doing what I do not know. If you wish to see Jabun, I think you'd better search for the pirates on Windfall Island. What an eerie isle this is. Everyone else boasts clear skies and calm seas, but this place suffers under dark clouds and rain. Valu must have been right when he asked me to bring word of Jabun to you. He called this island cursed. I would counsel against staying here longer than you have to. But this is your decision. I have told you of Jabun, so my task is complete. So Jabun has survived. The sea spirit has lived through trials of many long years. He must have caught wind of Ganon's attack beforehand. If we are to believe the words of the Rito postman, then the pirates knew something about the cave where Jabun hides. Why don't we go first to Windfall and search them there? Okay, so before we do that, I'm going to save the game. Yes, I would like to continue playing. Alright, so Windfall is over there. So we need to go northeast. And so we shall sail. Oh, God. Great, the only thing that could possibly make long sailing sections worse. Enemies. Because I like this sailing in this game because you know, it makes the world feel more open, but at the same time, I won't say that it doesn't have flaws. Because I believe it's at this point in the game where you finally get the ability to shoot bombs from your boat, which is pretty much the only good attack so far. Because until then, until this point in the story, you had to just run away from. Wait a minute, let me try something. Alrighty then. So yeah, you can still attack, with your boomerang, but that's not as good as what we get later on. And I went this whole time completely forgetting I could do that. But the more you know. I will say it does make sailing sections a bit less boring because you're also running from enemies. It is just as the postman told us. The pirate ship has stopped here to avoid drawing the attention of the townsfolk. Well, how are they not going to notice a big-ass pirate ship at the edge of the island? Now, if you're on a smaller boat like the one I have, then that would raise less eyebrows. But come on, a pirate ship? How dumb do they think everyone is? I doubt they would tell you anything directly if you were to ask them. Link, I think you should try to find out what the pirates are up to without them finding out about you. I got it. Alright, so, chat. My goal tonight, according to my mom, was get more than 5 viewers, and I told her I was going to double that, so everyone, share this stream to your friends. Let's try to get at least 10 people in here. Because, as usual, my mom wants to doubt me. Even after countless people in Harrisburg have called me by my username. Which honestly I think is one of the greatest feats a streamer could accomplish if people are calling you by your online name in person. I don't know, what's your opinion? What is one of the greatest accomplishments a streamer could achieve? Alright, now let's think reasonable here. Not major stuff like winning the streamer awards or becoming a brand ambassador or anything. I mean, we all get that one small sponsorship. Like, for example, right now I have W. Oh, but let's pay attention to this. Look, don't be mad at us. It's not our fault that we absolutely gotta have after. How about you just think of it as payback for the nice little monopoly you've been running here, yeah? So I bet you're thinking it was foolhardy to ask pirates to pay such an outrageous price, huh? Yep, I bet you are. You know, Gonzo, I still can't get over that bit of fast talking you pulled to get the information out of the postman. Huh? Oh yeah, that was smooth. I tell you, the minute I set my eyes on that link, I just knew he was hiding something back that outset. So when I saw a postman, I just pretended like I was all worried about the kid and stuff. And presto, he spills the beans. Good work, Gonzo, really. Just top notch. It's funny though, I'm thinking this is maybe the first time you've shown such wit, such cunning. You know, with your cunning and Miss Tetra's smarts, if you two got married and had a kid, that kid will be the greatest pirate to ever sail the seas. Yep, the greatest. You idiot, keep your mouth shut. Don't be so stupid. Miss Tetra, are you listening to this nitwit? Can't you dock him some pay or something? Quit goofing off, both of you. Keep your childish jokes to yourself and get those bombs back to the ship. The second you're done loading them up, we're setting sail to Outset Island. What? Miss, we have to leave immediately. We have to leave immediately, but it's been so long since we were on shore. We need to fill our bellies with some good eating, yeah? How about we grub tonight and shove off tomorrow morning instead? Oh, they have no idea what's going on. I mean, I'm fine either way, of course. Whatever you say is fine, miss, is what I mean to say. It's just that the boys are so excited to come to town, yeah? And I can't help but think it would be awful hard on them to leave so soon without a proper layover. So what say we set sail tomorrow, yeah? What do you say, miss? That treasure isn't going anywhere. Sure. You're right with you're with me, right, boys? Who's for a night of fun? Oh, they have no idea. They're totally oblivious to the fact that there's a curse on Hyrule, making it rain and stay night until all three pearls are gathered. You're all fools. Do you know that? You saw that demolished island. You saw the senseless destruction. We have to hurry on to Outset, or the same thing could happen there. Huh? Not to be disrespectful, but by the sound of things, you're worried about the island more than the treasure, miss. Don't be ridiculous. I want, the treasure. Oh no, we've been compromised. Alright, fine, have it your way. We can leave town tomorrow, you big babies. But we're setting sail at first light, so no sleeping in, understood? Aye, aye, Captain. I can't hear you. Aye, aye. Oh. Hey, brother, what's the password? Mako, are you serious? You forgot already? You're so useless. Today's password is Swabbies. Yeah, remember? Alright. You know that Nico won't let you in if you don't say it exactly right. Alright, so I will type that into chat.
What the fuck was that?
Dude, don't be talking like that on...
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, we probably heard a mouse. What's a chat? I'm trying to save up to move out. So even the littlest donation would help, or buying a tub of W using my code YeetMan. In fact, here, let me put that in chat as well. And that is what I drink whenever I go live. For all my small streamers out there, the company will sponsor anyone, and I mean anyone, or almost anyone. I heard of one friend who got rejected. Who cleans pirates' ears? Swabbies. Yeah, it's funny that they're referencing a common healthcare myth. See, people actually believed that if you put cotton swabs in your ears, it would help clean them, but oh, they were so wrong. Because what it actually does is push the earwax in deeper, which can actually damage your hearing. Chat, what's another healthcare myth that you've been told? I'm curious to know.
I can tell you one right now, Ethan.
Go to chat. Also, don't call me by my real name.
Okay.
Alright, we gotta lock in. Because something tells you that little fucker Nico has another challenge for us. Oh, Link, my old swabby Link. So you're alive? All the other pirates said you got done in by that bird monster in the Forsaken Fortress. So I thought. Never mind what I thought. You're alive. Oh, I get it now. You came back because you missed me so much. Yeah, sure, I missed you. I had no idea you wanted to be my swabby so badly. I see, I see. Well, after you left, I went back to being the bottom rung on the ladder, which is why I'm stuck here while everyone else is in town having fun and eating and stuff. But I guess being worshipped by my swabby ought to cheer me up. I have something in my throat. Alright, why don't we set you to your next test, eh? This one is harder than the last. Good luck, you'll need it. You can see that there are lanterns hanging throughout the room, right? Well, last time when you pressed the switch, the platforms rose up for you to jump onto, right? Yeah, well, this time there aren't any. Which means you have to jump from one rope to the next rope. Pretty rough. Or pretty tough. I cannot read for shit today. And that's not all. This time, I put a gate on the door too. Oh, fuck you. The switch opens the gate, but it will close if you don't get here before time runs out. Run out of time, and you'll have to try it again, little sorry. Well, you just opened it without pushing the button. The switch that opens the gate is in the same place as before, so go step on it. If you get all the way to this side before time runs out, I'll give you the bombs we got in town. Yeah, you heard me. Give it your best shot, Swabby. Alright, we'll see about that. I'm gonna make you regret telling me that. But first, I gotta take a sip of some W to lock in. You know what? I might as well save the game. It's always important to save at key plot points. I'm too used to the other one. Alright, so here's the route. Ah, crap, I screwed it up. The one thing I dislike about this one, compared to the other one, is how they changed it. Like, there was no reason to... Oh, crap! There wasn't really that big of a reason to put the switch over there to pause the timer on the door. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for Link to build up enough momentum, and then jump, then rinse and repeat. And if done just right, then we can actually get in there on the first few tries. But the only hard part about this one, so there's only two things that make this one difficult, and those are lining up your jumps and making it before the timer. Speak of the devil. Oh, right as I made it. Yeah, you have to be quick with lining up your jumps. As you progress, the game gives you less and less room for error. Honestly, that's what I miss about games nowadays. That they're making it too easy. That's why kids in the 80s and 90s are smarter than Gen Z. At least that's what's been circulating online because those kids had harder games. Like the infamous Lion King on the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, as well as Battletoads, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, I'm not denying we didn't have our fair share of hard games too, because we have freaking Dark Souls, which spawned in a whole genre on a Souls-like game. I'm almost there. But yeah, our games or their games weren't exactly easy, but neither were ours. What? You got me. You did it already? You're incredible. This isn't good. I've never even passed this test. How could he do it so quickly and make it look so easy? And if I give this to him, everyone will know for sure. Oh, I'll be so busted. Okay. You're the best swabby of all time. So I guess I'll just give you the bombs. Go on, take them. Just don't tell anyone, okay? I'm serious. Really serious, okay? Okay? But here's the thing. Tetra's gonna find out anyway. We got the bombs. Let's go. We can carry up to 30. Blah, 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 blah. This is what Ocarina of Time, and actually most of the other games should have had individual buttons to throw or set the bombs down. Whoever gave me the like, thank you so much. That's mighty courageous of you trying to steal treasure from other pirates. The stone from earlier! I suppose I should be shocked, but I'm more amazed that you managed to survive after being tossed out of that tower. Well, I got saved by a talking boat. It's a long story. From the look on your face, I have to guess you haven't saved your sister yet, huh? You don't give things much thought and never think about how badly things could go for you. Well, that sounds right to me. Like just now, the only reason you got what you did was because we left a simple-minded little rat like Nico behind to look after things. No one else would have parted with our treasure so easily, I assure you. Oh, I bet. And just what do you intend to use? Just how do you intend to use those bombs anyway? Don't tell me you're going after Jabun's treasure too. Aha, so you were going to do that. Right now, Jabun is hiding in a cave on the back of the island you were born on. But the entrance is blocked by a giant stone doorway. You can't get in without breaking down the door. We're, we're going to relax in town and eat our fill of whatever this town has to offer, but we'll be leaving for Outset Island first thing in the morning. If you manage to find Jabun tonight, then I guess you win. But if you take too long, we'll come sailing right by you tomorrow morning. And believe me, you didn't get all of our bombs. No shit, what boxes do you think I was standing on earlier? You better be quick, kid. Right, so one way I flexed on my brother was by doing this entire section, well, not this one, but the other one before it, completely backwards.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. You weren't watching. So now that we got the bombs, what we're going to do is go back to our ship. Oh, there's a mail. Good evening. Letters for Link. We have two letters. Here's your letter. Okay, so Beetle has bombs now. Oh, Beetle's chart. Okay, that'll be useful. That way I can restock on items. And then Orca gives me 20 rupees. So we know that's what the Knight's Crests are for, but what are the other enemy drops useful for? Because like, I know that the jelly is used to make potions, but also how do I do that? And what do the other drops do? Alright, let's look over here. Now we want the wind to go south. I like how the Wind Waker actually takes skill to play, unlike the other instruments in Zelda games. Because the way those ones work, mainly like the Ocarina and the N64 games, is it just lets you freaking spam the buttons. Now don't get me wrong. Does the timing take a bit of skill? Yeah, it does. I mean, it can get annoying if you mess it up because then you have to completely restart. But that just gives it a bit of a learning curve. Games like this taught me that not everything is going to be easy. Alright, so let's talk to chat. Wait, how's everyone's night going? Ah, crap. As for me, my night is gone. Alright, I am going live for the fans, and we're trying to make some progress in Wind Waker. I'm trying to get the Master Sword tonight. So, what has everyone been playing lately? Oh crap, I just got 2 watch hours. Okay, now I think now's a good time to switch it over to Southwest. Because what has happened to me for some reason in this game is whenever I'm sailing, for some reason, like, for example, on the way Great Fish, I almost went past that island because I just kept going straight. Which brings me to a point I made earlier. You know, if you're playing Wind Waker for the first time or just replaying it, I would definitely recommend the Wii U version because of the improvements that it offers. Now, it's not Ship of Harkinian tier improvements, but they still make a first playthrough or replaying the game so much easier. And also, like the Triforce side quest, so many people, or not side quest, end quest that so many people hate, is made less tedious. I wish it was a side quest. Alright, I need something to talk about. I need something to talk about. Game rocks? Yeah, I agree with you, Petey. This is one of my favorite Zelda games. It would have to easily be a top 3 for me. Holy crap. Right. Let's see how close we are to outset. No. This is why I bring up checking your map periodically. Because before you know it, you might end up going past the island that you want to go to. You just need to avoid those. I don't know what they do, but I don't want to find out. I remember hearing earlier that there's someone on the map that uses the cyclones to send us to random places, and once we get something that can hook onto stuff from a distance, then we'll be able to control them. But we'll just have to wait and see. Right, should be almost there. Come on. Come on, hurry up, sail faster. Would you look at that? We're back home. Have you noticed, Link? We arrived at Great Fish Isle. The land was so ravaged by monsters, it is as if time itself was frozen. Yeah, earlier today I saw a theory video on Great Fish Island talking about when it was destroyed, and it was around the time that the pirates were there. They're looking for Jabun's pearl. That's what. Oh crap! You know what? Let's just go over to that area. If Link wants to reunite with his family, he can do. Actually, you know what? Let's go check on everyone and see how they're doing. Let's go back to Grandma's house. See if she's still there. Why does it sound sad? Oh my gosh, there she is. Oh, Link, Errol, don't go, don't leave. Oh no. So what I think we could do here is get a fairy to stay with her. Love you, Grandma. Maybe I'll over to. Let's go talk to Orca. Ah, Link, you are alright. Why did you not tell me about Arrow? That was thoughtless of you. This island has seen hard times ever since you departed. I do not know what you have been doing on your journey, but you seem a little more daring these days. That look in your eye is not the one you left here with. Very good. Show me just how much you improved with your sword skills. Okay. So I've seen people play this, and the way it works is you get 3 hearts, and you have to hit them at least 100 times. Now I don't know what he gives you, if I must say so, blah 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 blah. It isn't too terribly hard. Just pay attention to when he starts attacking. Oh crap. I mean, I do kind of have an unfair advantage against him because I have a shield. 6-7. Oh, dang, I got distracted. Yeah, so the best way to deal damage from behind. Pause. What do I mean by that? And I did it. I hit him 100 times. Let's go. Now you got this. Yeah, that's right. I just got him. Enough. Ah, 107 blows. You have improved. I guess it was wrong of me to treat you like you were still a lowly page. You aren't a page no more. Now you are a knight. Knight. It is not much, but it is now yours. Take this with you. Bro, right when my wallet was full. Let's go. Why isn't my text-to-speech working? Oh god, my encoder overloaded. Dang it. No, 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 no. Oh crap. Right, maybe I just wasn't hearing it? So we can get back on our boat and... Okay, ignore that failure of a jump. Are you ready? I am playing this on a modded Wii. So the only thing unofficial is the game. I'm playing that through a backup on a USB. But yes, other than that, 100% real hardware. Oh, which reminds me, I need to turn off my Wii remote. Because for some reason, in GameCube mode, through Nintendo, your Wii remote doesn't turn off. And I don't want to burn through my... I don't want to burn through my double A's. That rules. Love me a modded Wii. That's so much easier than using a disc. Yeah, same here. Also because, like, I don't know if you monitor the retro gaming market, but GameCube is expensive as hell. So yeah, not only do I have a Wii, but I also have a PS1 and an Xbox 360. So there we go, we just knocked out the first one. Oh yeah, and I also have a homebrewed 2DS XL. But its R button is broken, so I had to map it to Z. Haha, I do keep an eye on things, but I was buying some GameCube games a few months ago and they weren't cheap. Exactly. They are not cheap. Like it's because of that, I stick with playing it on the Wii. Also, GameCubes themselves aren't really that cheap either. The TAC games cost me an arm and a leg. Oh, I mean, see, the thing is, right now I'm making like 15 an hour off my job, so I can't afford to just spend that much on a game. So I have to be really careful with what I do with my money. Also, because I'm trying to move, because my current home doesn't have the best Wi-Fi. If you couldn't tell by the dropped frames. Well met indeed, Jabun. I am pleased to see that you are safe. Yes, it seems Ganon has returned. There can be no other explanation. I'm similar, just very careful with my money and really wanted them low. See, that's the thing. Like, if I really want something, then I will go all out and buy it. Because, like, when I first got my PS1, I really wanted Final Fantasy VII. In fact, that was the game that made me want the PS1. Because I got it at around the time Rebirth was coming out, because, I wanted to stream it. Unfortunately, that is not so. Because I was at school and Spotify was playing ads. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Nah, stream looks great. Don't worry. Thank you so much. I mean, it's looking fine for now because I've optimized everything just right, but it's not like that most of the time. The one I have brought with me has no connection to the legendary one. And yet I said it's great promise in the courage that this one possesses. One thing I heard about beating the game is that apparently it translates the Hylian text as well as lets Link wear his pajamas the whole time. I do it is the only way. Also, speaking of the Hylian text, like one cool thing Nintendo did was go as far as putting it on the Wind Waker disc itself on the GameCube. I'll have to check out the Wii U version to see if they did that. You got Nayru's Pearl. The water spirit Jabun is kind of blah 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 blah. So that foul rain and endless night were indeed elements of a curse brought on us by Ganon. He must intend to cast this land into pure darkness for all time. Uh, I just got a notification from my Discords. I can't remember for sure, but I love the Wii U version. Yeah, I wanted. See, I also modded my Wii U. I have the Wii U version on there. But the longest time I've had the GameCube version on my backlog, so what better way to get that out of the way than by streaming it? In fact, streaming has been the best way to sort of clear out my backlog because, I'm actually making the time to play these games as well as potentially making money off of it if I meet the requirements for YouTube because I was able to do it over on Twitch and TikTok isn't really that big of a fan of story mode games like Zelda or Final Fantasy. What is that saying? What does it mean, my... I have marked the places where you must set the pearls on your sea chart. Once you have placed each of the pearls in its proper location, the proving grounds for your courage will become apparent. Clearly, the search for Jabun has shown that Ganon has begun to make efforts to block our path forward. It is certain that the perils ahead will be greater than any you have faced thus far. You should finish any business you have here on Outset Island right now, so that you shall not have any regrets later. I believe that I can give Grandma a fairy. You know what? The ad break isn't really that long. I can go without pausing for this one. Besides, like I said, I took a pay cut. If you do want to support me, there's code Geekman on w.gg. I actively use W. In fact, I have some right here. Now, I'm not trying to be a glazer of any sort, but I'd be lying if I said that W is not the best energy drink I've had. See, what I love about it is that it it doesn't have any of this stuff that makes you crash or jitter, which is what you usually get from drinking energy drinks. Sort of that regret factor. Yeah, here I am at like 8:30 at night, playing Zelda, drinking W, talking to chat. I am living the dream. Wait a minute, I remember seeing a big rock at the start of the game when I first saved Tetra. Let's go up there and see what that is. Oh great, these guys again. Bro, I cannot tell you how much it scared me when I met these guys in the Forsaken Fortress and discovered they can climb ladders. Because normally, the way it would work is if you were surrounded by enemies, your best bet would be to gain the high ground. Oh, did the bridge seriously go out? My bad, tabbed out. Yeah, this is the life. Zelda, cool gamer drink. Oh yeah, someone gets it. But now, let's go find our boat. And then go to the places that you marked. Alright, so let's check our chart. So there we go, let's do this. god, we're about to fight some enemies. Or not. I mean, I thought I would because the camera angle was starting to change whenever I was targeting. Remember, constantly check your map. Alright, need to think of something to say. Let's check out PD. Let's go over there. Is that one of those cyclones that we were told to avoid? What are those? Those are probably those things that we were told about that have treasure. But here's the thing. Right now, we can't afford treasure right now. And we are almost to the first island to put the pearl on. Oh my. I just had one of those moments where you have to fart, but you think it's gonna be quiet, and then you look over at OBS and you hear it pick up, and you're like, "Oh God," because it's either your mic is perfect or too good and picks up way too much. Relatable streamer moment, am I right, chat? Shouldn't it be over here? It should be right in this section. Oh, it's right there now. I see it. Oh, god damn it. What the hell? I just hit the button. Yeah, that's right. You better run. Dude, I picture it. Like, you see some random kid. He takes out your homie. You like, you witness it. Like, do you first think, oh no, I gotta avenge my homie, or should I just fucking run? Well, clearly, these enemies lack common sense. So, what we have to do now is put these up here. Wandering traveler who seeks the guidepost of the goddesses, place the pearl you hold here. Mods, we have a bot in the Twitch chat. You place Nayru's pearl in the ancient statue's hands. 2 pearls remain. Yeah, I question Twitch's morality because like big streamers like Kaisenet will easily get away with botting. Like, sure, he'll try to deny it, but we all know deep down he's botting. But the second me or anyone else struggling to get views does it, then all of a sudden it's a massive problem. Not saying I've done it, I'm just saying that when other people with my size audience do it, it becomes a problem. Because these big creators can't handle the idea of someone else taking the spotlight because they paid their way up to the top. Now, I'm not saying all of them did that. I'm just saying that just because you blew up overnight doesn't mean that someone else can't have that spot as well. And now, I believe the last one is right over there on the horizon. Hey, hello, Colorado boy. Welcome back. So now, what I'm doing is getting the 3 goddess pearls put up so I can get the master sword after completing the temple of the gods. So how is your night going? I am doing great. Just the usual. Playing Zelda, drinking Dubby, talking to chat. The best way to spend a Valentine's Day. And holy crap, we just hit 20 live viewers on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. You have no idea how much this means to me. My night is going great. What about yours? Yeah, it's going good. Well, now we just need to make our way over there. Good to hear, buddy. Hmm? Yeah, it's good seeing you again. Right, let's just make our way over here. Remember, guys, with enough hard work and determination, you can be just like me. Oh crap, my parents are still fighting. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry you guys have to listen to that. Wandering traveler who seeks the guidepost for the goddesses. Place the pearl you hold there. Playing games by grab that page helps support the stream. Right, we just got Farore's pearl put on there. Now, oh my god. Arguing again? Did they forget I'm live?
Argue this year.
You're good, dude. I can't hear anything. Just a sweet Zelda mute. I'm sorry. Is my mic too quiet? Because if it is, I can turn it up real quick. Is it? So that brings me to another question for chat. Which game series would you say has the best music? Oh, your mic is good. Oh, okay. You had me a bit concerned there, but okay. Colorado Boy says the game audio is a bit quiet. Okay, let me try turning it up a little bit. Is that good? I love the Sonic music, bro. See, because like that's the thing with Sonic games. There's like let's take '06 for example. Sega could release a broken mess and people would still love it for the music. Like, come on, his world has or not his world. Sonic '06 has his world, Dreams of an Absolution, and I know this one didn't originate from '06, but All Hail Shadow. Nothing but bangers. Those are just a few. But also the stage themes are fire. Like there's Crisis City, Kingdom Valley. Bro, I could just keep going on. Yeah. Game might suck, but the music is also fantastic. And then there's Forces. But everyone will tell you that it is a pile of shit. But come on, Fist Bump, Infinite, those are fire. Right, we should be approaching the island any second now. Ah, crap. Okay, Colorado Boy, are you sure your volume is up good? Because PD over on YouTube says he can hear it just fine. But, if you insist. But I also have to pay attention to my volume meter to make sure that it's not too loud compared to my mic, because one of my complaints that I've received early on in my streaming career, and this is back before I could change the volume, because the capture card that had a mic attachment was wait a minute, let's try something. What will this do? Will that actually do anything, or will it stop it? Nope. The Wind's Requiem does not do anything. Gotcha. Link, are you alright? It would seem that the wind god Cyclos bears some ill will toward humans. As you go forward, it will be wise to try not to get sucked up by any cyclones you see upon the seas. Uh, but if only we could find a way to harness the power of those cyclones, then it would be possible for us to travel across the ocean instantaneously. You do not yet have an item that can pierce distant targets. I would say the best soundtracks Pokemon or Mario. Bro, Pokemon music is amazing. Like games, well, people will. It's the same thing with Sonic, where most broken piece of garbage, but people will still love the music. And also, Mario is great because it loves to remix songs from the older games. In fact, Mario Kart World is just an album with a free game included. Right. Let's see if we're going the right way. Yeah, Sonic Lost World is. I haven't really listened to much of the stuff from that one. Okay, sorry, chat, but I'm gonna have to end this stream now. So thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you next time. Right after I save. No. Yeah. Oh. Yes. The game has been saved. No, I would not like to continue playing. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your night.